Hey guys, how are we doing? It's been a while since I've done a live. Hope everybody is well. So just thought I would do a live today because I've been ridiculously busy. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to join, and then we'll start getting into the Q&A. But yeah, just a quick catch up. I've been really busy with a lot of things at the moment, and yeah, it's been a little bit crazy. So yeah, let's get into it. So what's been going on? Okay, usual YouTube stuff and coaching stuff and my book, and I'm buying a new house. So it's been mental. So I've not been as around as much as I normally would like to be. So just gonna jump on and do maybe an hour, 90 minutes, maybe just whilst I got the time, because it's gonna get very busy over the next couple of weeks and months, and I might not be able to do too many of these lives. But start asking your questions below, and I will get into your breakup situation, and we can start getting you into relief rather than pain, because I know how horrid this time is at the moment, and I don't have time to respond to every comment on the channel, and I don't have time to respond to every Facebook comment. And as much as I'd love to get everybody in for a coaching session, I only have a few, limited spots every week available, and sometimes I've booked, a couple of weeks in advance as well. So, so this is your opportunity. So just get it all out. Okay, Sliced Bread Studios. Hey man, how are you? You're the best man. I use your videos, and you have been putting on. My friend, as well. I took your advice on self-work and no contact. We are already talking a lot, and things seem positive. Okay, man. So are you in the middle of a reconciliation? If you are, that's great. Let me know and put your story below. If you can give me a few more details, that'd be great. I'm trying to make sure, guys, that my Facebook group are logging on at the moment. So give me a second. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, hopefully we get some of the Facebook group coming over and joining the session as well. So that'd be great. Okay. So guys, let's Sliced bread, yes. Oh, well, congratulations, my friend. So you're in the middle of a reconciliation. That is amazing. Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear the story. So if you want to type it down, happily share it with everybody. That'd be good. And yes, I'm glad. I'm glad, man. I'm happy that a breakup channel can lead to a reconciliation as well. And I think the same tools apply for a breakup or a reconciliation, and ultimately is allow everyone to have some space and work on yourselves and repair the things that went wrong. Hey Lizzie, how you doing? Welcome with your fake Julia name. Always makes me smile. So yeah. Okay, guys, so what do you want to talk about today? Let me know. Like I said, this is just out of the blue. I'm a bit all over the shop at the moment. My brain seems to be elsewhere at the moment because there's just a ton going on. And yeah, it's just been mental. It's just been absolutely mental. And more people are booking coaching sessions more than ever at the moment. And so yeah, and as much I love doing the coaching sessions, by the way. It's for me, in a weird way, it's kind of therapeutic in a weird way, because I get to talk to loads of wonderful people from all over the world, people I'd never would have been able to interact with, and it gives me a lot of fulfillment. I can, even if I can only help at like 5%, point you in the right direction, it's amazing. So I'll start asking you questions. And I think, one thing that I've had on my mind recently when it comes to breakups is it's very easy to get into analyzing the ex, what they're doing and what they're up to. And we can consume too much content, or even really good books. And it can kind of condition you what to think and prevent you from how to think. And yeah, so I think that can be a problem, and applying some critical thinking to the situation. Actually, Lizzie, if you're listening, could you just go to the Facebook group and encourage everybody to just click on the YouTube link. The reason is because for some reason Facebook is preventing all third-party apps from connecting to groups for some reason. I don't know why, so I can't stream directly to the group anymore. So if the people, I did put a notice out on the group. So, but anyway, whilst we're here, let's have a chat with Claude. How you doing, buddy? Okay, let me take some power juice, just some Diet Coke. Everyone thinks that I drink a ton of this a day, but this is literally like I have one glass. I literally have one glass a day. Right, it's my little treat to myself. And everyone thinks like I drink it all the time because I'm normally drinking it when I'm on the stream. So it's mental. It makes me laugh. Okay, hi Nick. Hope you're doing well. It's been 3 months on no contact. I've been out of social media for a long time, and I've realized that she unfriended me. Yesterday, I saw that she added me again. Honestly, don't know what to do there. Should I accept it or just ignore it? Okay, so she actually sent you a friend request. Is that what I'm getting from that? It's a tough one, buddy, because I think look, social media is always a hard thing to get right. And ultimately, look, when you think about it, social media didn't exist 20 years ago, and it's a bit of a weird concept when you think about it. But the current generations are growing up with social media, so it has become the norm. So, what to do? There's two sides. There's two sides of this to me. There'd be one part of me inclined to kind of accept it and accept the friend request, and maybe it's a peace offering, just like, okay, I'm going to accept the peace offering. And then there's another part of me that would say, well, you have my number, so if you wanted to have a real conversation or have anything real with me, you'd reach out via my number rather than over Facebook or Instagram or something like that. So I think here, buddy, look, take some time, write down what you really think and what you feel, and ask yourself, is this going to benefit me? Is this going to benefit my mental health? Is it going to benefit my journey? Is it going to benefit my journey through this breakup and how I feel right now? So I would, yeah, I don't want to say yes or no. I don't think this is a yes or no answer. I think this is a you answer. And it's just, is this going to change your situation? Is this going to help you at all? If there's a chance of a reconciliation on the table, then obviously I think that the answer is yes. But then I would hope that anyone that wants reconciliation with anyone, they would text or they would call, or they say, come on, let's meet for a coffee, not do it over social media. So Claude, how old are you and how old is the ex? Let me know. Artem, how you doing, buddy? Former client of mine. Hi, Nick. Mossa, I do know your story, my friend. I do know it well. Have kept no content with her since April. Sorry, no contact with her since April 1st. She emailed me twice, mid and end of April, asking if I can help pay her portion of the loan. I ignored. Okay. I feel like replying back to her, whoever you're banging, that's who's banging. I hate her so much. I don't want any contact with her. Okay. All right, buddy. Yeah, I hear you. And I know there's a lot of anger now. I totally get it. And there's been, I won't get into it, obviously, because, client privilege and confidentiality and all that. But I think, man, look, I get why you're thinking this way and why you're feeling this way, and I get why you want to respond that way. But I think you have to ask yourself, will this help the situation? Now, I totally agree that you shouldn't be giving her any money. That's a partner privilege. She no longer has that. And so whilst I agree with the mindset, whoever you're banging is paying kind of thing, I wouldn't say that to her. I wouldn't even entertain that with an answer. I would personally just ignore it. Personally, and exercise some stoicism here. And yeah, look, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel how you feel. But as we've discussed many times, Artem, how you respond is where the magic happens. Is how you respond to how you feel, how you respond to that situation. That's where it is. And whilst I'm on that, guys, my book is here. This is the first copy. First ever copy in existence. It's coming out real soon. So the final review of this is up on Amazon right now. I'm just waiting for it to be signed off, and this will be ready for sale very, very soon. And it's a reasonable size book. It's how many pages is it? It's over 200 at least. I can't remember. It's like 216 pages, something like that. Yeah, no, actually 226 pages. So it's coming real soon, guys. So look, for those of you that are really stuck, this will help. This book will help, and I'll tell you why. Because look, it's great that you're in my Facebook group. It's great that you're on my channel and you're getting all the free content. And some of you, a lot of you have reached out for one-to-one coaching, but I appreciate the one-to-one coaching is expensive. So this will kind of bridge the gap between the free stuff and the premium stuff. So this is going to be on sale for £12.99 in pounds, and the ebook will be, I think, £6.99 or £7.99 British pounds. So translate that into whatever currency that you use. Now, this book is counterintuitive. I've poured my story into it. I've poured all my experience into it. Everything I've learned from my clients, everything I've learned from the books that I've read, philosophy, psychology, you name it. And I've put it into a breakup recovery book. And what I've tried to do with this book is not to tell you, and I hope I've got this right, and I hope the message has come across correctly, is not what to think, how to think, okay, and how to go about a breakup differently, and how to look at things from a completely different perspective, because it's very easy for us to get caught up in our own perspective, and that's fine. That's human nature, okay? And then we have that one perspective on the world. And while there is a time and place for that, I do appreciate that, but it can stop you thinking critically. It can stop you from healing, and it can actually make the pain much, much, much worse. Okay, I'm going to put this down now because I don't want to look like like a walking billboard there. So the book will go through that. It will go through my story. There's a lot of sense of humor in there. There's a lot of great examples in there that I've used, historical figures in there, psychology, philosophy, used all these examples, how these people got through really bad times, and I've applied that to a breakup. Now, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. I'm none of that. Okay. I'm just someone who likes to help. I recognize the patterns pretty easily, and I've just applied a no bullshit. This is how we get through breakups. And if you apply the things that I've written about in there, it will help. I'm not saying you're going to magically be over it tomorrow. No, but it will push you forward. So I hope, I hope you will consider picking up a copy and let me know what you think. It's taken me 2 years to write this. 2 years of my heart and soul has gone into this. It's been fun. It's been frustrating. It's been painful. So breaking up with your breakup, a counterintuitive remedy for heartbreak, will be coming out hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Like I say, it's the final reviews up on Amazon, and they take ages to process things. So I'm hoping that's going to help you. And any questions about it, guys, let me know. I wrote the book I needed to read. The books that I was reading when I first started a breakup wasn't helping me. And it wasn't until I read books like The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck and The Obstacle is the Way, non-breakup books, that actually gave me the most breakup advice. So I've tried to take the best parts of those philosophies and put it into a book. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay. Whammy, just here to help with the yeah, thanks, man. I definitely need someone like you, because you got all these acronyms and abbreviations. I have no clue what anybody's talking about, so thank you. All right, let me scroll back up. Lizzie, thank you, Lizzie. Honestly, oh yeah, we've got through that one. Margaret, I keep forgetting what the time difference is from the Netherlands. I think you're only 1 hour in front of me, so I'm glad you could make it. So yeah, you're only 1 hour in front. Okay, she did send a friend request. Okay, man. Well, look, I guess in a way that's kind of breaking no contact. He is kind of breaking no contact. So look, I think the real answer is, how is it going to make you feel if you responded? That's the real answer to the question there, because look, it could lead to something, or it can make you feel 10 times worse. So yeah, it's going to be down to you, man. But let me know what you think. Also, staying out of social media, which is the best thing. Yes. absolutely. Even though I use social media for business, coming off it for a little bit can really, really help. Okay, I'm just going to call you Greg. Thanks for your work. Glad to hear coaching sessions are going well. A question about starting to date again after a long committed relationship. No point in waiting around with little hope left. I'm trying to see if you've made it. All right, let me reread that. Okay, that's right. A question about starting to date again after a long committed relationship. No point in waiting around with little hope left. Okay, so I guess what you're asking there, when is a good time to start dating? I agree with you that there's no point waiting around. Even if there is hope, there's no point in waiting around, because hope's a dangerous thing when it comes to breakups, and it can keep you stuck for a very, very long time. In fact, I do not like hope in the context of a breakup. I think it's actually detrimental to people. But it depends what you mean by waiting around and moving on. See, I would say if you've been in a long-term committed relationship, it's going to be a while before you do a reset before you can be okay with someone else, because our urge is to get with people real quick, and that's just a limbic brain. So we have two brains, limbic and logic. Okay, and limbic's all about the feeling, logic is does what it says on the tin, and your limbic brain is basically saying, hey, look, we're hurt, we feel unsafe, go and find connection somewhere. And then your logical brain is saying, well, look, we need some time just to reset and figure us out and be okay, that kind of thing. And we need to listen to that. We need to listen to the logical brain. So even though there's no hope waiting around, I would say you can move forward. You can't move on right now. That's quite impossible. But you can move forward by getting out there and starting new hobbies, starting a new job, going on new journeys, new adventures, meeting new people, and start from that way. And I think if we do get into relationships too quickly, even dumpies can rebound. And look, I've certainly rebounded as a dumpy, and I've rebounded as a dumper, and it never works. So I would highly recommend you take your time. Okay, Claude, 24 and 24. Okay, man. So look, I guess you're kind of the generation that's pretty much been raised by social media. So I'm not too sure if that means anything, but I always say, look, actions never lie and words don't mean shit. If she wanted to reconcile, then I would expect someone, and maybe that's entitled thinking there, but I would expect someone to say, hey, look, I want to talk, not just send a passive message through Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. I mean, it's kind of pathetic in a way. Okay, Autumn, I ignored and will continue to do so. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's a wise course of action, buddy. Definitely a wise course of action. Look, the worst thing you can give to an attention seeker is attention, and even bad attention is still attention. Okay, Lizzie, smash the like button, please. Thank you. Yeah, guys, if you're hit the like button, hit subscribe, help a small channel out. I mean, the channel is growing, but it can be painful sometimes, and help a growing author out as well. Okay, greetings from Miami. How are you, WF? Any questions? Let me know. Okay, Margaret. He asked me on vacation as friends. Everybody says I shouldn't go, but it's easier for me this way to say goodbye. One last memory. I've been letting him go more and more lately. Am I wrong doing this? Okay. Look, I don't want to get into what I personally think. Okay. And I don't want to get into what anybody else personally thinks. I think we need to start looking at, okay, how do we think? Okay. And if we sat down and actually thought about this, so I'm gonna ask you some questions and reply in the chat. And by the way, guys, if anybody wants to jump on the stream with me and have 10 minutes, like a little 10-minute taste of a coaching session, I can give you the link, and you can jump on and have a quick chat with me, as long as you don't mind sharing it on YouTube, because it is being broadcast and it will remain on there. So, but look, if anybody wants to have a quick chat and get into it with me, then I'm more than happy to do so. Okay. So Margaret, look, I think what you need to ask yourself, okay, why do you need to say goodbye when you've already said goodbye? Okay, you've broken up. Okay, that's the closure. The breakup is the closure. You've already said goodbye. I think a lot of people like to maybe try to convince themselves that, oh, I need closure, but you've got all the closure that you need. And I think what I think could happen probably would happen if you did go on this vacation with him. One, if it's just you and him as friends, sex will probably happen. And then that's going to mess you up even more emotionally. You might have higher expectations. It might create more questions than it actually answers. And if you start talking about the breakup, or you catch feelings again, and then you're assuming in a different country far away from home, and you can't get away because when you're hurting. So I think you have to really think about that, with the ramifications that might have. So I'm not saying go or don't go. If you want my coaching advice, if you want me to switch my coaching hat on, then I would say it's probably not a good idea. But what I'm going to challenge you to do as a critical thinking exercise is really ask yourself, why do you feel this will be easier to do one last goodbye when you already have the goodbye? So I'm just going to take a drink. So I'd really honestly think about that first. Because I think, look, we can do these mental gymnastics and we can create this idealistic event in our head that, oh, it'll be okay. It won't be as bad as I think it would be. We can sit down and chat. And I think a lot of the time, what we can convince ourselves that everything will be okay. And deep down, our intention is to maybe, okay, do I want to say goodbye or do I want to reconcile? So really question your intentions behind behind your motive there. Okay. All right. Claude, I decided just to ignore it and let the dumper burn. Okay, man. Yeah, I think that's probably the wiser choice. So good for you. Okay. Claude, 1000%. Okay, Michael, I'm game for 10 minutes. How do I do it? I'm stuck at ruminant. Okay, but I will actually, let me figure out. Let me grab the streaming link. Let me just invite. Okay, Michael. Right, copy. All right, Michael, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can invite you directly. Right, chat. Is there a chat? There should be a chat. Okay, I've never actually done this before, bud, so give me a second. Private chat, there we go. All right, chat with, all right, let's see. I'm not even too sure how to do this. Oh, that wasn't the right button. All right, Michael. I'm not too sure, buddy. Guest can stream this on our own destinations. Messenger instructions for guests. Send this link to your guests. You also make to share your issue. All right. Okay. What I'm gonna have to do, buddy, I'm just gonna have to post this publicly. Okay, but all right, Michael. So look, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. So if you scroll to the bottom, there's the link. Okay, guys, everybody, anyone other than Michael, don't click on that link, please. So Michael's going to jump on and do 10 minutes with me. So yeah, I'll wait for you to pop on, buddy, whenever you're ready. Okay, right, let's just make sure I've not... Okay, make sure I've not missed anyone. Okay, Margaret, it feels better this way than the abrupt one. I talked to him beforehand about me and him expectations. I'm going with my car and tenants. I can always go with anything that goes wrong. Okay, all right, fair enough. Look, if that's how you feel and you feel that's what you've got to do, that's okay. But I would highly recommend that you be careful. Okay, right. Michael, can you hear me?
Yeah, I guess I can.
Yeah.
Can you hear
Cool.
me?
Yeah, I can hear. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay, actually.
Okay. Well,
Um,
thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I can help you.
well, I'm actually stuck at well, with this breakup pain and a lot of resentment towards my ex. A lot of anger for what she did to me and what I allowed her to do, what
Mm.
I accepted, what I sort of looked the other way with. So I guess a lot of trauma with that as well.
Yeah.
Um, my problem is that I can't just cut her off, like say, do no contact, never contact her again, never see anything to her again, because she's the mother of my kids.
Okay.
So I still have to have some sort of relation with her, even though I actually really despise her.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you, buddy. Okay. When did the breakup happen? How long ago?
Let's see, June 22nd, because it's the 2 days after my grandma died.
No, I'm sorry, man.
Um,
That's
yeah,
rough. That's a lot, man. It's a lot to have a family member pass away and then you go through a breakup. That must have been really, really hard. So I can imagine.
well, the breakup hit harder because my grandma, it was a matter of time, and
Yeah, I hear you.
so,
Yeah, and I
so,
think
but yeah,
also it's you're grieving with the breakup. You're grieving someone that's still alive. I think when someone passes away naturally and it's their time, you kind of more accepting of that. It's like, all right, it's still sad and it sucks, but with a breakup, there's still that hope that they can come back. Okay, look, it's down to
well,
you. Yes, go on, tell me.
it's not so much anymore. I've been doing a lot of work with myself, so it's not anymore that I want her back or I
Hmm.
hope she will come back, or maybe I do just to tell her how much she hurt me
Hmm.
in so many different ways. So that's where I'm struggling. The thing is that I can see for myself my life has become way better. I feel way better, um, but it's still ruminating within me, and it just keeps coming up.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. How long were you together?
7 years.
Okay, it's a long time, man. And I think a lot of people might. Are you kind of? Let me ask you this: have you kind of got this thought in your head? Oh, it's been almost a year, and I should be over this by now. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one thing. And then I guess pointing it to myself, I guess what keeps me stuck is that I sort of come to the place where I regret the relationship.
Okay.
Um, I regret how I acted, uh, what I did, uh, what it did to me, how I ignored myself a lot. Um, and then it came to nothing. And I would I would almost call it a trauma bond. And I knew it was wrong for me to be in that relationship, but I ignored it.
Yeah.
And now all of these hurt feelings, all of these insecurities within me just pops up. Um, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. How old are you?
I'm 32.
And how old is your ex?
She's 25.
21. Okay. All right. So it's not that's not a massive age difference, but I think between 30s and 20s it can play a significant part. So let's focus on. You said that you're still very angry and hurt by what she did. Now look, you don't. It's down to you how much you share. I don't want you to
Sure.
feel that you have to share what something too deep. But do you mind just telling me very basically how she hurt you?
Well, there's the breakup. Um, if we just go by the breakup from the breakup, uh, there's the breakup. Then there's the she breadcrumbed me a lot while dating straight away from the breakup, like a week after. Uh, there's she's in a rebound right now. Um, yeah, um, and then also she found it necessary to spread some lies about our relationship. Um, some lies I actually, when I met her, she told the same lies about her ex before me. Um,
Interesting.
he was an he was apparently very violent and almost tortured her by the way she described it. And then 3 months into the breakup, I started hearing that she was going around saying that about me, that I was an alcoholic that beat her. Um, then there's her handling of my kids, which I don't agree with at all. Uh, they don't thrive at hers. Um, they don't like it at hers,
Mm,
which hurts me every single day,
yeah.
knowing I have to send them to her every other week. And then there's lies to my face, straight to my face. Um, yeah,
Wow, man. That's
and then
wow.
she seems like completely unbothered at all.
Mm, yeah, that's rough. Yeah, it's not.
So yeah,
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that you're going through that. And look, thank you for sharing. And look, just look, thank you for being vulnerable. It takes it's not easy to do that, especially in a public forum. And that in itself is its own form of strength. So I think if you look inward and you think, okay, I've got the strength to actually be vulnerable like this, I think that puts you ahead one of your ex, and it puts you ahead of a lot of people going through a breakup at the moment, because you're saying, look, I still feel shit at the moment, and I just need to talk to someone, and that's okay. And I think that I've said many times before, when someone shows you who they really are, you must believe them. And I get, look, I totally get why you're angry and you're hurt. I would be as well. I'd be pissed. I'd be really angry if someone was saying that about me. And I think most people would. But if we step back and think, okay, do we get angry at a lion for being a lion and hunting its food? No, it's just that's what a lion does. So if you look back, if you try to reframe this in your head, say, okay, this is just who she is. This is just what she does, and that's beyond my control. I think maybe where I think you alluded to it a bit earlier, where the anger, where the true anger might be coming from, is where you ignored the red flags. So do you think that might be true, where you think, oh,
definitely.
I should have said something, I should have stepped away? Do you think that might be true?
That's the one part. That's the what ignoring, actually knowingly ignoring
Mm,
the red flags, like
yeah,
all of those things. The lying was in the relationship as well.
yeah,
A lot of it actually, and early on, one of our first fights was about her lying about something stupid.
really.
Uh, and I knew it was a problem and I ignored it, knowing it's a problem. And that's the one part, I think. So that's the one part. And the other part is what she does, not what she does, but what it does to me,
Mm.
how it makes me feel.
Yeah.
Um, that's what's annoying me. That's what keeps me stuck, that I can't just be
Mm. Yeah. I hear you.
can't judge the lion, because when
Yeah.
she does stuff, I still judge her.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck at that point. I can't just say, yeah, let her do what she does.
Oh, okay. All right. So why do you feel that you ignored the red flags? What, so you said, one of the first big arguments that you had, it was she was lying. So what kept you in the relationship?
Fear of abandonment.
Okay, interesting.
Um, I've been digging into, with my therapist, a lot of attachment styles and a lot of my
Mm,
traumas from my past. And I'm a very clear, fearful avoidant. Go through my entire life.
mm,
Um, and so yeah, that's why I stayed and I ignored it and I tried to just push myself, my own feelings aside to fix the problem.
yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah, it's easily done. And hey, look, I've certainly done similar things. And because I was horribly anxious. I've certainly done it, and I'd say most people probably listening have done that one time or another in their lives. And I'd say most people that listen to the channel, most of my clients, most of the people in my Facebook group have done this probably at least once. And it's very understandable, because look, we don't want to be alone. We're social creatures at the end of the day, and ultimately what we want is connection and peace. And it's once we get that, even there's an expression that I really like: shit is warm. So shit stinks, but it's warm. Okay, so even when something is toxic, it can still be comforting to you, because it's like, well, no relation, a bad relationship is better than no relationship, kind of thing. And then but that typically comes from because we've not taken care of the relationship with ourselves, and that's where it really comes down to. And if we can start taking care of the relationship with ourselves, then these thoughts of rumination start to ease down a little bit. And so you made a comment earlier, which I found interesting, where you said, correct me if I'm wrong, you said you feel like it's been a waste. Is that what you said earlier?
yeah,
Okay. So what if we reframe that into, and this is where I think it's one thing that's really helped me when I was doing therapy, I was in the business end of my breakup. And one thing I've learned actually writing a book as well is changing that mindset from, like, it's the difference between a fixed mindset. Okay, this is just the way things are, and this is just the way I feel. And then there's like a growth student mindset. So what I started doing over, and it took me a long time, this didn't just happen overnight. I tried to start telling myself, right, this wasn't a waste. What did I learn? What lesson did this person teach me? And why did I need to learn that lesson? And I think if we can start switching into that mindset, it becomes a little bit easier, because then it becomes a learning opportunity for future relationships. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, I can now build something better on the destruction of this relationship. I can build over it now. So when are these, like, these ruminations, when are they hitting you the hardest? Is it sort of like over the weekends, or in the evening when you're by yourself, when you're with your kids? When is it hitting you hardest?
hardest is in the evening alone.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, so uh, I would say my kids are with me 7 days, and then they're with her 7 days. So I
Yeah.
would say definitely the weeks I don't have them,
Mm, yeah.
they're carrying me through a lot. the weeks when I have them. So yeah, when I'm alone, I sort of like I moved into a new apartment, a dream come true, to get this apartment. So for a time, I could use that just sitting here and look around and be like, I couldn't get this with her. I could get it for myself. So I could start like building myself up, but also start to feel like it's fading a bit. So
can you explain? What do you mean by fading?
Like my achievements, what I've done that I'm proud of now, is starting to be normalized, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm just spitballing here. I think that's what's going on. So this breakup starts to come up again, because it did go down for a bit, but it seems to come up again.
Yeah, it's a bitch when that happens, and it certainly it will happen quite a few times. I think there might be a couple of things going on here, and I think you hit the nail on the head when you said it's starting to normalize. And so you start this new goal. Okay, I want to get this great new apartment, or I want to start a new job, and then you become hyper focused on that one thing, and then you achieve it, and you feel great for maybe a week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it might be, and then all of a sudden the dopamine, levels out. You normalize it, and then it's like, okay, now what? Yeah, what do I do now? So sometimes we can use that can be an effective distraction, and it's a great goal to have, but ultimately it can be a distraction, and sometimes distractions can work against us sometimes. So we have to be okay with, okay, I need to sit by myself for a little bit and just be okay not being okay, and I just need to be okay in my own thoughts. Also, are you familiar with breakup relapse?
Hang on, you kind of broke off. The sound completely died.
Okay, what was the last thing you heard? Can you hear me okay? Hello? Can you hear me, Michael?
I don't know. Anyways, I hope your answer was good. I will watch the stream again.
That's okay. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Okay. Weird. Guys, can you just leave a comment in the chat? Can everybody hear me? One second. Okay. It does seem a bit slow. Maybe I'll just check my internet. No. What about Michael? Can you hear me now?
I guess it's on my end, because there's a very small sound coming from my phone.
Interesting. I can hear you fine. And the chat can hear as well. No. Okay. All right. Okay, Michael. So you still can't hear, no? No.
Very little. So rather than let's not ruin the stream. Let's just say I'm gonna listen to your
all right. No.
again.
Okay. Well, look, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. It's a shame we couldn't have got into this a little bit more, but thank you. I appreciate you sharing. Okay. So thank you so much, buddy. And look, feel better. It'll be okay.
You too, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep listening.
Yeah. Okay. Right. All right. Okay. Thank you to Michael for sharing his story. I wish I could have got into that a little bit more. I'm just going to go back and answer some questions, guys. Does anybody else want to jump on and have 10 minutes? Let me just go back and answer. Just so if you want to jump on, just say yeah, Nick. I'll jump on in the chat and then I'll invite you in. Okay, let me go and catch up. Okay. All right, Jasmine. Okay, should I break no contact to ask my ex for money he owes me? He's already on dating apps, so I'm assuming he has money to take on other dates. Okay, this is an interest. It can be a little bit difficult here, Jasmine. So I would say this. Okay, look, if you absolutely need the money, or if it's a high amount of money, then okay, fair enough. But look, if it's something like, I don't know, like £50, $50, whatever your currency is, I personally wouldn't bother with it. But if you need it to pay bills, or it come out of your savings or whatever, then okay, fair enough. But if it's just to maybe score points, I wouldn't bother. But let me know what you think in the chat. Okay, Artem Matt Claude. I moved from Michigan to Florida, so her and I are not in the same city, state, distance, and no contact is helping me find me. Without her, emotional games being hot and cold, ignore. Yeah, absolutely, totally agree. Okay, goal. How can I stop repeating the same patterns I had in my last relationships? What steps should I take and follow, and how? From where should I start? Okay, I think, look, step number one, and you've kind of already done it, is recognizing that you are repeating the same. Okay, and I think step number two is asking yourself, and maybe you need to see a therapist about this, asking why. Okay, and that's the most important question. Why am I doing this? And look, a lot of this, I'm not going to try and psychoanalyze you, but look, I've coached hundreds of people one-to-one, and if there's one thing that comes up constantly in most cases, is that when you start digging a little bit deeper and you get into okay, tell me about, I always ask my clients, tell me about your previous relationships, tell me about the relationships with your parents, your siblings, and then tell me about the relationship with your ex had with their parents and stuff like that. And it all follows a similar pattern. And what it really comes down to is that our first blueprint of what a relationship looks like comes from our parents, especially the relationship that we have with ourselves. So it's asking that question and then digging deep into it. And then when you are in a relationship, is asking yourself, okay, what triggers that behavior in me? What is my trigger? Okay, so if you can accurately say, okay, I get triggered when this happens, then you can start tracking it. So, like, for example, like, I used to be incredibly anxious. So why was I incredibly anxious? That comes from my childhood. Okay, so when I'm in relationships and with abandonment issues and stuff like that. Okay, so when I'm in a relationship, or when I was in a relationship previously, what was the trigger of my anxiousness? Okay, I when I felt like I was about to be abandoned, then that would trigger me, and I'd start saying silly shit, and then that would ultimately torpedo the relationship. So once you can identify it and you can find out why it's happening, you can start doing something about it. Okay, and that is going to take some therapy. Look, I'm not here to say you should go to therapy. I'm just recommending it. Look, some people are not receptive to therapy, but look, I'm team therapy at the end of the day. I think it's a great thing to do. And look, I'm also team coaching. Look, I'm not a therapist, but I know how to coach people for a breakup, especially with this kind of thing. This is one thing I know how to do very, very, very well. And, a lot of it is just listening and guiding people on how to find their own answers ultimately. So yeah. And look, I'll plug myself. If you want to coach a session with me, let me know, and I can certainly help you with that. But without knowing more about your personal situation, it's going to be very hard for me to dig into that, to say, right, okay, we need to try X, Y, and Z. But ultimately, look, you've started the process by asking. You've started the process by recognizing, okay, the same shit keeps happening. So you've basically said, look, okay, I'm the common denominator here, which is a powerful step. And that's not easy to say about yourself. So well done. That's a great effort. And now you can start, well, I'm the common I'm the common denominator in every relationship that I get in, so I have to be that change. So I think, look, write down what you want from a relationship, what you want in a relationship, and like write that list, and then be that list. Okay, it's really, really hard to do. It's really hard to do, and it takes time. So look, be kind to yourself, and it's going to take, tell yourself it's going to take time. No, but anyway, look, I hope that's answered your question. And like I said, it's hard to give that advice without digging deep into your specific situation. This is why I do one-to-one coaching sessions, so I can bespoke the advice for that particular situation. It's great doing YouTube. It's great doing Facebook. It's great doing these lives, but it's generic. Okay, Vicky, how you doing? Hope you're well. Thank you for popping in. Alex, how you doing, buddy? Enjoyed our coaching session. When was it? 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I hope everything's good. I did respond to your email. I don't know if you picked it up yet, but let me know how you're getting on. Margaret, sounds like you're still struggling letting go. The going as friends feels like it might result in you being hurt more. If you think that pain will allow you to move on, then shit. Yeah, that's wise words. I totally I agree with that. At goal, I've scheduled my first session with a licensed therapist. It's in 2 weeks. Maybe consider that. I never wanted to before, but we'll see if it helps. Maybe it would help you too. Yeah, I would agree with that. Look, guys, remember, look, therapy is a long process. Like for me, I was in therapy for over 2 years. And I still do top-up sessions every now and then. It's okay to say, look, I feel shit right now. I don't have the answers. I need to go and speak to someone. You know, it's okay. Therapy is a long process. So you have to give it time. And look, there were times where I was crying in my therapy sessions. After a therapy session, I could take a nap because I was just so mentally exhausted. Yeah, give it time. And ultimately, guys, look, the relief you're trying to find is in the pain you're trying to avoid. Okay, so you need to go where the pain is, basically. Okay, Artem, karma is real. Boomerang effect is real. Okay, thank you, my friend. I'm not. I don't know if I'm a believer in karma, but I definitely think. I definitely think, you know, healthier people tracked healthier outcomes. That's how I would phrase it. Okay, Alexander, we were together 7 years, just like Michael was with his partner. Maybe you are right. I need more pain to be able to say goodbye for good. That's pathetic. No, Margaret, that is not. It's not pathetic. It's not pathetic at all. Look, I can sit here and say, look, and this is what I say to all my clients. And look, I've had clients come to me saying, Nick, I want to reach out. I want to reach out to my ex. I know it's the wrong idea, but I want to reach out to my ex. And I can say to them, look, I think this is a bad idea. But if that's what you want to do, then let's try and do it the best way we can. Okay, so if I can't stop you, I might as well support you. So look, I might disagree. Look, I do disagree with going on holiday with your ex. I do disagree with that. But to back up what Alex has said, and I've said to many clients before, if you feel that's something you must do to close the chapter close the book on that chapter, then you must go and do it. But be prepared for the consequences and try not to be attached to an outcome. Okay. If you can do that, then you might come out of it a little bit more, I don't know, just wiser, should we say. But yeah, I generally think that this is a bad idea. It's not pathetic. You feel how you feel. That's always okay. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in saying that I want to go and do this thing. Whether it's a good idea or not, it's a different thing. You know, I get the urge to like eat my body weight in chocolate every day or pizza, but you know, that's how I feel sometimes. Whether and whether I do it or not is a different thing, because I knew if I did that, okay, once or twice a year, it's not too bad to have a little, a little bit of binge isn't going to kill you. But if I was doing that regularly, then yeah, it becomes a bad thing and it becomes painful. So you just have to analyze where you are, where you want to go, and have to ask yourself, is the future me in 6 months, a year going to thank me for this action? That's kind of what you need to ask yourself. Okay, we can hear. Okay, Lost Poet, 5 months later and I'm still broken. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, I'm assuming you're a man. I shouldn't be assuming that. I will retract that. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to explain a little bit more? Maybe we can help. Okay, going on holiday with ex, going where the pain is. Well, maybe it's the wrong type of pain. Yeah, not all pain is going to help you. Yeah. So look, I think Margaret, look, do you want to jump on the call with me? Do you want to jump on and have a chat? I get that it's a public forum, it's on YouTube and everything. Look, but if you want to get into this, we can get into it right now, and we can try and sort it out. But it's down to you. And guys, anybody else that want, if you want to jump on and have 10 minutes with me, have a chat, and we can get into your situation. Michael was very brave to jump on, so I appreciate that. And look, guys, it's a good opportunity to get a little bit of breakup coaching. And look, a lot of you reach out to me and say, look, you want a session with me, and you're kind of on the fence about it. So if you're on the fence about booking a coaching session with me, this is a great opportunity to get 10, 15 minutes to see what it's actually like. And then you can decide whether it's something for you. Okay. Right. Angelo, my ex will not delete pictures of me after cheating, and I've asked to have them taken down. What's her reason? I don't know, man. You'd have to ask her. But I'm assuming you mean on social media. So I would challenge you on this and say, why are you still looking at someone's social media that cheated on you? I think maybe the wiser course of action would be just to completely disappear and erase this person from your life because they've cheated. Once that line's been crossed, I don't think it can be uncrossed. So I think a better question would be to ask, why do you still look, and why do you still have access to that? So feel free to let me know why in the comments. And look, I get it, man. Look, I think when we go for a breakup, even when it's as brutal as cheating, there's a part of us that doesn't want to let go. There is a big part of us that does not want to let go. And I get that. I get that, man. I held on for a long time with my ex. I mean, there was no cheating involved or anything like that. But I did hold on for a long time. And what can happen? It can keep you stuck. It can keep you stuck in the breakup mud for a very long time. And hold on, what's going on here? Connection is unstable. Oh, I've got an unstable connection. Guys, can you still hear me? Can you just let me know in the chat? It seems to come back now. Okay, so hopefully you can still hear me. So yeah. So that's the thing, Angelo. I would ask, what part of you is still hanging on to that? Like, how long ago did the breakup happen? And how long were you guys together? That might give me some more clarity, and I might be able to help you a little bit more on that. Okay, let me just make sure I scroll up. I haven't missed anything. Keep asking your questions, guys. If I've missed any of your questions, please let me know. They do jump around sometimes. Okay, but whilst I'm waiting, look, I had some pre-planned topics. So let's put this up. Okay, let's talk about why I can't stop missing my ex. Okay, this comes up a lot. I get this on the channel. It comes up in the Facebook group, comes up in the one-to-one coaching sessions all the time. And look, and it's okay. Look, I don't think for the first part of a breakup, and this could be like 6 months to a year, and sometimes even longer, it's quite impossible to stop yourself from missing someone. So don't try to stop missing them. In fact, you should embrace it. You should say, right, okay, I'm hurt, and I still miss this person. I still love this person. And you can even say in your head, look, I still love this person. I still want this person, but maybe the breakup was the right idea. Okay. And especially if you've been dumped, of course, you're going to miss them. You spent a long time with this person. You connected with this person. You're attached to this person. You let this person into your inner circle. You shared all these intimate details with them. They were your best friend, your lover, your biggest supporter, all that kind of thing, and yeah. And look, guys, I still miss exes from 10 years ago. Not like every day, but I had fun with them. They're good human beings. And there's some things, like something might pop up on the TV, a sound, a smell, and it reminds you of a fun time. And it's okay to say, I still miss this person. So I say, look, stop trying to not miss them. In fact, embrace missing them. Write it down. Say out loud, I miss this person. Yeah. The fact that you miss them means you are normal, means you are alive, means you are a human being, it means you are capable of feeling. And that is a precious thing. Without that, you can't love. Okay. You can't connect with someone because you've never missed someone. You're never going to love. Now, here's the thing. I'm one of those people, it takes me a lot to miss someone. Like, I can go literally weeks without missing someone. And like, even with my girlfriend now, who I love very much, you know, she can go away for a week with her friends or whatever, and she'll be like she'll be texting me or whatever every other day or whatever, and we'll just keep in contact. And then next thing I know, she's, oh, look, I'm on my way back. And I'm like, oh, that was quick, you know, because the reason is I get so caught up in my own thing, like writing, helping you guys out, working on things that I enjoy working. You know, I find it very hard to miss someone, and that's because I've got a lot going on. And I think what can make you miss someone more is not having enough going on. And when we get into relationships, we sacrifice way too much for that relationship. We give way too much to it. Now, don't get me wrong. Look, you should give like your best effort to a relationship, but you can only give 50% of you. You can put 100% effort into that 50%. Okay, but you can't give 100% of you. You've got to keep 50% back. And this is something I never used to do. I used to just lose myself in a relationship. And I think the reason why now I don't miss people that easily is because I make sure that I still work on me and I still work on the things that I want to work on. And that is precious. So maybe that's something worth considering, guys. Let me know what you think. If you agree, disagree, if that helped, let me know. Okay, let's go back to some questions. Okay, Margaret, another time maybe I'm feeling rather weak now. Well, okay, yeah, no problem at all. Look, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear you're going through it, Margaret. But look, I'd encourage you to really sit down, maybe look, grab a pen and paper and challenge yourself. Okay, why do I really want to go on this vacation? Okay, is it because I want closure? And bear in mind, you already have it. The breakups happened, that's the closure. So really challenge yourself. Okay, why do I feel I need to get this extra contact with them? Okay, Angelo. I don't tell. I don't. Okay, I don't tell. I don't. People tell me I don't care to see her. No, to be honest, and we don't follow each other. And I'm actually So how are you seeing her pictures, buddy? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm trying to ask. How do you know she's still got pictures up? Okay, together 2 years, broken up 2 years now. I'm over the situation and have a new healthy relationship, but people come up mentioning to me. Okay, buddy. All right. Okay, I'm going to be a complete arsehole here. Okay. Now, this is what I call compassionate brutality. Now, I don't say this with malice. I say it with love and care. Okay. I'm not worried about the amount of time it's been. That I'm not really concerned about that because, you know, look, to get over breakups really can take 2 to 4 years for most people. What I'm concerned about here is that you say that you're in a new healthy relationship, yet you're on this live stream, which is a breakup recovery channel, okay, and you're asking questions about your ex. So then I must challenge you on that and say, okay, is this new relationship as healthy as you think it is? Because if I was on a breakup group right now and I'm in a new relationship, I would be horrified that I'm in a new relationship and I'm asking questions about my ex. So something to think about, my friend. Okay. So look, I'm not trying to be nasty or anything like that, but look, my job as someone that helps people through breakups, my job as a breakup coach is to challenge these concepts, is to challenge these mindsets so you can change your mindset so you can actually move on to bigger and better things and you can actually feel at peace with yourself. Okay. So look, a lot of time it's not understanding about the ex that we seek. It's the understanding about ourselves and the clarity about how we feel. That's what we're seeking. Yeah. But we spend way too much time trying to analyze what our ex is doing and not enough time analyzing what we're doing. And that's where we mess up. And hey, look, guilty. Done it. Yeah, I spent 18 months trying to figure out what my ex was doing, what she was thinking. I had no fucking idea at the end of the day. And then next thing I knew, 18 months has gone past and I'm still licking wounds. And I'm like, okay, all right, I need to do something different. I need to change my mindset. Yeah. I need to learn how to be a bit more of a critical thinker and being, you know, saying to myself, okay, yeah, this sucks. I'm hurt. And it's okay. So how do I move forward? Not move on. I think it's quite impossible to move on at the beginning of a breakup, but we can take those steps to move forward, which will allow us to move on. And if you buy my book, when it comes out, it will explain very effectively what I'm talking about because it's all in here. So breaking up with your breakup, because what I mean by this, Angelo, we get into a relationship with our breakup. Okay, we get into relationships with our breakup. We become hyper focused on it. Hence why I've called it breaking up with your breakup, because we need to break up with our breakups. You know, we form this narcissistic, entitled relationship with the breakup itself. So we strategize how to get them back. We weaponize no contact. We analyze every little thing someone says to us or what we see on social media. That becomes the new relationship. And this book teaches you how to stop that and how to get over them and start moving on. So yes, guys, I'm gonna plug the shit. Get used to this. I'm gonna plug the shit out of this. Okay. So when it comes out, Amazon, I'll post a link. Pick it up. It will help. All right. And take a drink. Okay. All right, Angela, thank you. Okay, Macabro, am I pronouncing that correctly? Me and my ex lived together for 7 months, but we had to leave. But she had to leave to the Netherlands, so we were planning for me to move there too. 1 month ago, she cheated on me and broke up with me with many excuses. Okay, I had to kind of dig out of her the fact and that she cheated, which eventually she revealed. Okay, now she acts like she doesn't care and it burns me. Oh man, that's rough, man. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Look, cheating it's the worst thing in the world. I've been cheated on, man. It happened to me about 10 years ago. I've been cheated on. It's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling, and I don't wish it. Here's the thing: I don't wish it on anyone, but I think everyone needs to experience it at least once, because trust me, after you've been cheated on, you know, not much else hurts you after that. You become very robust. You become very resilient to a lot of things. So yeah, man. Look, I'm sorry to hear you going through that. But look, one thing I can tell you, look, it will hurt for a long time, but I promise it does get better. You're going to be angry for a long time. You might even be angry at women for a long time. But just remember that it wasn't all women that did this to you. It was one woman that did it to you. So. And look, for me, it took me a long time to realize this, but for me, the best way of getting over that was to, and by the way, this took me 3 years to like unfuck myself, and this was back in 2014, was to forgive her. Now, I'm not saying we should excuse the action, but forgiving it releases the power they have over you. Okay. Now, here's the thing with cheating. Okay. The act of cheating doesn't excuse anything. It's always the wrong answer. It's always the wrong solution. But it explains everything. Okay. It explains that there's something wrong in the relationship. It explains their character. It explains how they deal with a situation. Okay. Now, men and women cheat for very different reasons. Women cheat based on emotional reasons. If they feel emotionally disconnected, if they feel emotionally unsafe with their partner, then that's when they are more likely to cheat. Now, I'm not saying all women cheat. You know, a lot of good women will say, well, okay, I don't feel connected. I feel unsafe. I'm just going to leave the relationship. I'm going to spend a little bit of time being single, and then I will think about starting a new relationship. That's the healthy way to do it. Some women don't do that. They feel disconnected. They feel emotionally unsafe. So they go to where they will feel emotionally safe. With men, it's mainly just a physical need. Okay. If they feel like they're not being supported, if they feel like their woman is trying to be more masculine than they are, they're not getting the femininity, the softness, the caring, the support, you know, that's when they're likely to step out and cheat. So it's very important to understand that. But cheating is always the wrong answer. It does, like I said, it doesn't excuse the action, but it explains everything. Okay, Lost Poet. Long story short, she left me for another guy. We worked together, and for the first 3 months after the breakup was hell. She breadcrumbed me and led me on, just to reject me over and over again. She was so cold and mean. I couldn't take it anymore and ended up quitting. It's been a week since I left. Ouch. Oh man, that's rough. Sorry, buddy. That is rough. Yeah. Okay, so look. Okay, what I'm about to say here is quite hypocritical because I've done exactly what you've done in the past. And here's the thing, man. Look, don't shit where you eat. Okay, don't date people at work, because this shit can happen. All right. So, and the fact that it's caused you to leave your job, that's never a good thing. Look, but hopefully maybe it will lead to a better job. Maybe this was just like, look, maybe this is the opportunity. Okay. And there's a wonderful book by Ryan Holiday called The Obstacle is the Way, and it's all about finding opportunities in our obstacles. So maybe there is an opportunity here. Maybe this will lead to a better job. But yeah, absolutely, that's brutal, man. And when someone leaves for another person, I mean, that's technically a monkey branch, which is technically emotional cheating. So yeah, man. But look, I would encourage you, and as much as I'm on your side, I always encourage every one of my clients to look at, okay, what did you contribute to the end of that relationship? Because look, most people, like healthy people anyway, no one typically wants to break up. Okay, it takes a long time for most people to get to the breakup phase. The breakup happened way before it happened. It's a combination of weeks, months, maybe even years of things not working correctly in the relationship, and the breakup is the last event in the series of events that caused that event. Okay, so for them to get there, it's hard work. So I think also, one thing, how I get people to heal and to be better and to find better people going forward, because ultimately that's what we want to do after a breakup. We need to heal and we want to find better partners, and we have to say, okay, how can I learn from this breakup? What lesson did my ex teach me? Because I needed to learn that lesson. Okay. And so it I get where you are, and it's okay to feel how you feel, and it's okay to be angry, and it's okay to say, right, oh, that bitch did this and she did that, absolutely. But once that's settled down a little bit, introspectively, try to look at, okay, what did I contribute to the breakdown of this relationship? Okay, what your ex did wasn't the right response. Okay, but she is who she is. She did what she did, and she said what she said. There was nothing you, me, or anyone else can do. That's just the facts of the situation. So you have to ask yourself, okay, what can I do? How can I learn from this, and how can I be better next time to try and ensure this doesn't happen again? How can I choose better next time? How can I choose a better partner? You do that, Lost Poet, by looking inward and working on the things where you need a little, you just need to balance it out a little bit. And we'll have to do that sometimes. But look, it'll be okay, man. It'll be better. Like, I promise you, it'll be okay. And I tell every one of my one-to-one clients, as much as we have, like, sometimes, yeah, hard conversations, but in a compassionate way, I always say to them, it's always going to be okay. And every client, without fail, that I've coached, I've always come back to me, and typically they say it'd be like maybe 6 months later. We've done 3, 4, 5 coaching sessions over that time, or before that time. And so, look, I'm not fully over it, but I'm in such a better place. I'm thinking differently. I'm thinking in a better way. I'm looking at me. I'm making sure that I'm taking care of myself, so they can actually get with a better partner. So, yeah, hope that works. Okay, Margaret, when can we buy your book, Nick? Well, so it's Margaret. It's on Amazon at the moment, but it's under review. So this it's okay. So the book's gone through. Okay, when I started writing it just over 2 years ago. Since then, it's gone through 1, 2, 3. It's gone through 6, 7 different edits, which has been brutal. And then you've got to do all the design. You've got to do all the checks on it, all the spelling, grammar's got to be edited, all that kind of thing. Flow, structure, all that kind of thing. And then you have to go through the Amazon process, and then they have to do their check. So the final check has already been up for a week, okay? And they still haven't emailed me to say it's okay for sale, okay? So the crazy thing is, when me and my editing team, we put it up for the first check about 3 weeks ago, and then within 2 days, Amazon come back saying, yeah, it's cool. So then basically the process is, you put it on there, you order yourself a copy, so what we call an author copy, and then you check it yourself, and then you make some final adjustments. And that's what we did. We noticed a few mistakes in the book that we didn't spot the first time around. We changed them, and we put it up for final review, and it still hasn't come back. So hopefully, with long-winded answer here, but hopefully within the next 2 to 3 weeks at the very maximum. But look, if you're in, look, I would certainly let everybody know on the YouTube channel. If you're in my Facebook group, it'll be there. So guys, if you're not in my Facebook group and you want to come and join it, there's like, how many we've got there? Like 37,000 people in there now. So go to Facebook, type in the Love Fix Breakup Recovery and come and join the group. It's a wonderful community. You come and hang out there, swap stories, chat, all that kind of thing. Okay, Angelo, no harm taken. I've subbed to you for a while, even though I enjoy supporting someone who helped me when I was going through the rough time. Okay, buddy, fair enough. Thank you. But yeah, just think about what I said, Lola, man. Like, you know, like you're in a new relationship and you're still asking questions about your ex. So look, if you're getting it through third parties, I'll tell them to stop. Okay. Okay, 1 second. All right, Stephen, completing 4 months of no contact. First 2 were hell, and the last 2 were very transforming. Album is in the final phase, hitting my fitness goals, and got into photography. I've changed from beginning. Okay, grateful for you, man. You definitely helped me through my situation, and open to reconnect if it ever happens. But I'm in acceptance of everything and understand my view in the relationship. Oh man, that's amazing. Thank you. And look, thank you for sharing. And good, look, man, you're smashing it. Absolutely smashing it. You know, look, you're getting your fitness in order. You know, started photography. Amazing. You're doing great. And thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. And yeah, keep going, my friend. Go on to bigger and better things. Always remember, guys, look, there's a line in my book. A breakup is a terminal diagnosis that will give you a new life. Prime example right here. Okay, Angela, just confused as to why somebody who cheated would keep my face on her page after doing the most slandering me, playing victim. Yeah, I hear you, man. But look, ask yourself this: is this worth your time and energy to try and figure someone else out? Is this worth your time and energy? Because look at the energy that you're expending on this. And look, we're not required to understand someone else. Okay, we are not required to do that. We're only required to understand ourselves. And if you spend more energy trying to understand yourself and how you feel and why you're still hooked up on this, then you'd start making better progress, my friend. Okay, it's not your job to understand someone else. It's your job to understand you. Okay, Maka, in my opinion, we were connected, we were chatting every day and even watched series together over Discord. And I booked tickets to go there on a Thursday, and 2 days before she dumped me. Okay, let's see what else. Thanks for your advice. Yeah, man, look. I think distance can definitely be a killer. It really can. I don't recommend long distance. Some people can put it off. I think unless you're insanely rich and you've got a private jet and you can, at least see each other once or twice a month, I think long distance is probably a silent killer, really, man. Yeah, but look, I think ask yourself this: would this have happened if long distance wasn't a thing? Because let me ask you this: how long was she away before she dumped you? Did you say in your last message? I can't remember. Let me go back up. 7 months, but she hasn't. So we were. So it was like 1 month. Okay. Well, here's the thing, man. Look, if she's shown you everything she needs. She's shown you exactly who she is. If she can't do 1 month without getting with someone else, man, then look, she did you a favor, because look, this only compounds over time. Imagine if this were happening in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. This compounds over time. In the first year, people are on their best behavior. That's the best they're ever going to be. Yeah, it will compound over time. So maybe she did do you a favor, man, as much as that hurts. But maybe this was best for you. And look, one day, once you've recovered and you've worked on yourself, you'll come across a woman that wouldn't even entertain their thought process. Okay. I got a better job at starting. Yes! Well done. Good effort. Well done. So let's see. Amazing. I'm very happy for you, man. Be proud of yourself. You've done well. So hopefully, but don't get with anyone. Okay, you want to start dating, date out. So don't, like I said, don't shit where you eat. Okay, Steve, outside, out of mind, people. It does, yeah, it does indeed. -1. Okay, I like that name. Where have I heard that name before? I'm sure that's like on a show that I used to watch called IT Crowd. I'm sure I've heard that somewhere, but yeah, I like that name. Or I could say, forget about these women and move on. They left you for a reason. They don't value you. My ex left because she was too busy with her new job and school. Okay. Well, okay. I hear what you're saying, but I think maybe this is phrased a little incorrectly. I get the sentiment, I do. But look, we can't forget people. All right, the human brain just doesn't work like that. Look, I remember people from when I was 10 years old. Okay, I'm 40 now. Yeah, so yeah, we don't just forget. We can process and we can try to understand and we can learn the lesson from that person and we can put it in its little box and put it away. But look, it's not just women, man. It happens on both sides of the spectrum. Yeah. Okay, and it's not because they didn't value you. It's not that, right? So look, again, okay, this will be in my book. Okay, if you want to really learn, your about your thought process, this will help you understand how to think differently about breakups. Okay, you're gonna get, guys, you're gonna get annoyed with me plugging the shit out of this because I've been told by my editing team I've got to sell it hard. And I will. Okay, so look, -1. It's not that they didn't value you, okay? It's more about that they value themselves more, which we should all be doing, okay? Because it'll get to a point where, how can I put this? Look, the breakup wasn't up to you, but it is your responsibility to heal, okay? Now, when someone breaks up with you, they're not breaking up with you because they don't value you. They're breaking up with you based on how they feel. It has nothing to do with how you feel, okay? It's how they feel. They feel that this relationship no longer has a future. They feel that I don't feel safe in this relationship. They feel that something went wrong in this relationship and it's not correct. It's not being corrected. Now, let's just play devil's advocate and let's just say you was the best partner in the world and you did nothing wrong. You can do nothing wrong and still lose. That's life. Okay. And then what we should be saying is thank that person. Okay, thank you for removing yourself from my shortlist. You've given me the opportunity to find someone better. That's what they've done. As painful as it is, they're giving you the opportunity to find someone better and for you to be better. Okay. So always remember, when someone starts dating you, they don't start dating you based on how you feel. They start dating you based on how they feel about you. And when they break up with you, they don't break up with you based on how you feel. They break up with you based on how they feel. Only when they start dating you, you're okay with their decision because it aligns with your decision. But when they break up with you, again, it's how they feel. You don't like that decision because they're breaking up with you and you don't agree with that and it hurts. So it's not about you, okay? But it is your responsibility for what you do now and how you move on and how you move forward. And trust me, my friend, anger and hate towards any woman that you've been with or any women out there is not going to serve you well. Trust me, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and it made me very, very single, very lonely for a very long time until I unfucked myself and started looking at, okay, what is the common denominator in every relationship I've ever been in? Me. I'm the common denominator. So if I want better relationships, I have to change. Okay, I hope that helped. Okay, Lost Poet. I feel like she was mad that I never chased her. I just let her go and wished her the best. I stopped talking to her and would just greet her and smile. That's when the mind game started. Okay, man. So I'm assuming that happened after the breakup. Well, if she broke up with you and expecting you to chase her, that's incredibly immature. And she did you a favor, and you should not be dating someone like that because that is not good. Okay, actually, you got another comment here. Anyway, thank you for the advice. You got a new sub. Oh, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah. Don't forget my book. If I mention my book, don't forget my book, Lost Poet. I hope you buy my book. Okay. Maka, 1 month really. We were planning for me to move there. I just had to finish some things in the UK. Yeah, man, that's rough. If it look 1 month, I mean, I've had a longer relationship with the milk in my fridge. You know, it. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's. Dude, look. Here's the thing, man. Like, if I was, look, if me and my girlfriend were away from each other for a month, yeah, I'd miss, I'd miss her, but I would never entertain. Like after a month, if it was okay, look, if for me, it'd have to be getting on for like 6 months to a year, where I've said like, okay, look, look, we can't do a relationship, we don't see each other, you know, and okay, can we move closer to each other, which you were kind of doing, but buddy, how old are you and how old is she? Let me know. Michael, so breakup relapse. I've actually got a video on it on my channel. Let me grab it for you. Hold up. Where is YouTube when you need it? I know I'm on YouTube, but let me okay, I've got a video on it. No, I'll grab the link. Okay. There we go. At least I'm in the top 10 with this video. That's good. All right. All right, Michael, posting a link at the bottom of the chat. That's the video. Breakup relapse. Okay, so breakup relapse for everybody that's listening. So what can happen with a breakup relapse? So it's kind of like your brain's last attempt to get you to go back where you last felt safe, and that's with your ex, even if it was toxic. It's kind of like the last attempt for it to go back there. The reason is our limbic brain, our feeding brain, is what tries to keep you emotionally like safe. Okay, so we've got this biological programming going back to when human beings were hunter-gatherers, you know, living in caves and stuff. And then back then, yeah, life was a lot harder, it was a lot more dangerous. You know, you could be killed very easily. Life expectancy was very low. So we evolved to be in groups because there's safety in numbers. So if you were ejected from the group, we developed this anxiety response to say, hey, get back into the cave with everybody else, otherwise we're going to be eaten by a predator. Okay, so it's that attempt to get you to go back to where you last felt safe. So you can be going along, it could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, 12 months. Sometimes, you know, for 18 months, this happened to me for about 6 times over 18 months, where you're doing fine and all of a sudden you wake up one day and you feel like you're on day one of the breakup. Okay, that's a breakup relapse. It's your brain trying to spike your anxiety to a high enough point where it will make you to go back to that person. That's a breakup relapse. But I explain it in that video below. And yeah, if you go to my channel, guys, just type in the Love Fix breakup relapse in YouTube, it'll come up. Okay, right. Okay, Maka, you're right. She did me a favor. It looks like hard, tricky times, and she can't handle it, or maybe didn't value me as I did her. Thanks a lot. Your videos helped me big time. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. Look, always remember. Look, just because she didn't see, it's not like she didn't see the value in you. She didn't see the value in the relationship that you shared. There's a big difference, okay? Because people, we like to turn it inward and say me. And this is, again, what my book is about. It's the breakup isn't about you, right? It's about how your ex feels. They're not breaking up with you. They are breaking up with the relationship. There is a difference, okay? And we have to distinguish that. And I get that it hurts, man. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt. It does. You know, look, my pain was so severe, it led me to write a book. It led me to create this YouTube channel, coach people, and whatever else. But what I've learned on that journey is that I have no control over what anybody else thinks about me. I have no control over what anybody else feels about me. If me and my girlfriend, we're in a very solid relationship, but if she called me right now saying, hey, look, I'm not feeling it right now, I want to break up, I've got no control over that. I can say, hey, well, all right, this sucks and this hurts and I'm probably going to cry, but can you tell me why? I can have that conversation with her and see what's going on. But ultimately, I can't control that. So it's not about me. Yeah, and when I've broken up with a woman, it hasn't been about her. It's about how I felt about her. It wasn't about her feelings, So we have to try and detach that. Yeah, it isn't about you. It's about them and how they feel. Okay, and if we can change that mindset and look at it from their point of view in a way. Okay, if I was my ex, if I had their life, their worldview, their traumas, would I have dumped me? Probably yes. But we don't like to think that way. Okay. And it's brutally hard. I'm not saying this is easy. I'm just trying to expose you to a different way of thinking. And some people like it, some people don't. I've had people absolutely rinse me in the comments that I have no idea what I'm fucking talking about. And then literally 12 months later saying, Nick, yeah, you were right. Okay, look, this what I do doesn't work for everybody. I'm an acquired taste. Okay, so but let me know what you think about that. Okay, and I don't generalize this to women. I've had a situation before, but this one really left me empty and confused. Really did not see it coming. Yeah, man. Look, again, I hear you. Yeah, and I think you know it's the punch you don't see that knocks you out at the end of the day. And even if you did see it coming, it still would have hurt. Okay, I'm 29. She's 21. Ah, okay. She is well, I'm gonna say a baby in comparison. I mean, like, I'm not saying she's a baby. She's an adult, but dude, look, think back to when you was 21. Yeah, our brain's like fully developed until we're 25. Our brain's not fully developed. Let her go, man. Honestly, look, you'll be better off dating women around your own age. In fact, date a woman that's a little bit older than you, 30, 31, 32. Yeah. Or a woman that is somewhere like 27, 29. Women typically mature faster than men emotionally most times. Yeah. They're all about 5 years ahead of us. So date around your own age, man. Trust me, you'd be far better off. Okay, Margaret, my ex had a heart attack and I resuscitated him 1 year ago. Fuck. Yeah, you're welcome. Anyway, tell us about your new book. Wow, that's wow, Margaret, that's mental. Wow, I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, first of all, like, well done for bringing him back. I'm hoping he was grateful for that. Well, he fucking should be. I can't imagine what that must have been like to see someone you care about, being lifeless and you're breathing life back into him. Wow, that's mental. Okay, 37 members in the Facebook group, Nick. Yeah, wow. Crazy thing. Like, guys, like Lizzie's one of the, Lizzie here, she's one of the moderators or one of the admins on my team in the Facebook group. And she's been there pretty much from the start. And literally, just under 2 years ago, there was only 200 people in the group. There's almost 40,000, and that's mental. Margaret, hit the like button, people. Thank you so much. Stay single, man. My chapter. Yeah, look. I agree. There's a time and a place to be single. I stayed single for a while. I had a great time. But guys, there is no substitute for sharing life with someone that is on the same wavelength of you. Of waking up with the same partner every day, sharing stuff. There's no substitute for that. Did I enjoy being single? Yeah, guys, I had a lot of fucking fun. I dated a lot. I had a lot of sex with a lot of women. I had a great time. Yeah, but that becomes very empty very quickly. Okay, it really does. So there is a time and place for that. I'd say, maybe a year, 2 years after a breakup, that's a time to be single. But yeah, get back out there when you can. Interesting. I think more about her point of. I will think more about her point of view. I do understand her. I don't have any hate towards her. I just feel empty and lost motivation for my business game. Yeah, look, that's perfectly normal. Okay, what you're saying is perfectly normal. But look, give yourself. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do a bit of coaching here. Okay, so if I was on the phone with you right now and we're going through a coaching session and we're mapping out what the future looks like, how you're going to get through this, how we're going to get you feeling better. I think the thing I'd be saying to you right now is like, okay, let's agree. Let's agree a timeline with yourself. Okay, I'm going to give myself another month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it's to feel shit. Okay. And then after that, I'm going to set an agreement with myself where I'm going to then use that energy. I'm going to use that pain, and I'm going to use that as dirty fuel. And I'm going to put that into my business or into hobbies or stuff like that. And it's okay to feel shit right now. Okay. Maybe that's where you just are. Maybe you need to sit in the mud right now and just say, I'm going to feel shit. But my job as a coach is not to allow you to sit there for too long. Okay. So my job is to come and sit in the mud with you. I'll put my arm around you, say, right, man, this fucking sucks. I hear you. I'm like, we're just gonna, two guys are gonna talk it out, and even like ladies, I say the same thing. Look, I'm gonna sit in the mud with you. Okay, it's just two friends having a chat, talking about life. Okay, but after a while, it's then my job to say, right, we have sat here long enough. We're going to dig ourselves out. I already know how to dig myself out. So I'm going to climb out. I'm going to throw you the rope. And then I'm going to coach you how to use that rope. But I can't pull you out. I'm going to teach you how to pull yourself out. And that's where the secret sauce is. And that's what I do. So look, you can sit in the mud for a little bit. Okay. But you can't stay there for too long. Okay. It will come back. But look, motivation isn't really a thing, right? People think you need motivation to take action. It's the other way around. Action breeds motivation. Okay, so you have to take action. Okay, Stephen, I am curious, though, for your opinion. The week I started no contact, I got a text from an ex to never contact her, and I didn't respond. Had a couple of weird social media events, but I haven't heard from her since. Okay. I don't know what to make of that. Maybe she was just trying to grab attention. I mean, you'd have to ask her, man. It's a bit weird that you're in no contact with someone and then they randomly text you to say, oh, don't contact me. It's like, fucking, well, I wasn't. Yeah, what's your problem? So I think maybe that might have been an attention grab. I don't know. But look, the worst thing you can do is give an attention seeker attention. It's just not worth it. So I think you did the right thing. Don't overanalyze it. Look, if this was someone you wasn't romantically involved with, let's say it was a woman that really liked you, but you rejected her advances, and then she was saying this shit, you'd probably be like, oh, this woman's crazy. Yeah. So if you flip your mindset like that and say, right, well, okay, well, if I wasn't romantically involved, this woman really liked me, and I said I didn't want to be with her, then your thought process will be completely different. So think it from that way. Well, it doesn't really mean anything, just yeah. I think a lot of the time, Stephen, we want it to mean something because that's our preferred outcome. We want it to mean something. It's happened to me before, man. It has. So yeah, take it easy. Okay, I fully agree with you, but she started it and I liked it and it ended up here. Yeah, okay, man. Look, I've totally been there, man. Look, look, when I was like, I think like 25, 26, something like that, I'm going back a while now. I had like a 20-year-old after me, pursued me, made me feel like a king. And within 6 months, it was dead. And she pursued me relentlessly, and then she dumped me relentlessly, ruthlessly. Because I think what can happen sometimes, women are attracted to very different things. So if they see a man that's a bit more mature, a bit older, has just a bit more seasoning, can show leadership qualities, that can be very, very attractive. But for a 21-year-old and a 29-year-old, your aims in life, your goals are going to be very, very different. Because look, when I was 21, was I thinking about long-term relationships? No, I wasn't thinking about that shit. But now I'm 40. Would I date a 21-year-old? Fuck no. A 21-year-old ain't going to compete with me up here, not even close. Yeah. In fact, a lot of people my age won't compete with me up here. And I'm not being big-headed. I'm just saying, that's the truth. So you've got, for me, you can put like the most attractive 21-year-old in front of me, and it's a case of, okay, yeah, you're okay for a little bit of fun, but are you gonna be the woman I marry? Absolutely not. That ain't gonna happen. Yeah, you can't compete. You're not on my level. So think about it. Okay, I guess I need to work on my boundaries a little bit. Dangerous waters with a big age gap. Boundaries are everything, my friend. Look, boundaries is it's self-love at the end of the day. In fact, it's kind of like it's self-inflicting pain as well, because holding a boundary with someone is the most painful thing you will ever do, because when you hold boundaries, one or two things will happen. Okay. They'll either respect the boundary and the relationship will grow, or they will leave. So for me, if someone doesn't respect the boundary and they leave, I'm like, well, fuck you. You wasn't bringing anything to the table anyway. If you're not going to respect my boundary, then that's fine. That sucks, but you're not going to be with me. So it's having that love for yourself, and it is self-inflicting pain. It's a positive pain, but it's still pain, because you're saying, right, okay, I might be lonely for a little bit here, but I'd rather be lonely and single than being with someone who does not respect me and does not respect my boundaries. And if I allow myself to be with someone who doesn't respect me, then I do not respect myself. And that's what's truly scary. Not that someone doesn't respect me, is that I'm letting that person in my life. That's the truly scary thing. Okay, thanks, Nick. Motivation comes from action indeed. Just need to drag it out for a bit, and it will come naturally eventually. Yeah, man. Look, it's okay to feel shit. Feel shit right now. It really is okay. Okay, but look, the fact that you're here, asking questions, getting answers, you're doing fine. That's the first step. That's the most powerful step that you can do, and then you can move on from there. Okay, all right, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up there. So we've been going on for just over 90 minutes. So look, breaking up with your breakup. A counterintuitive remedy for heartbreak will be coming out very, very soon. Okay, it's a real book. It's a real book. Yeah, and there's some good chapters in here. I think for a lot of people, chapter 2, how Disney fucked us all. That's a good one. Yeah, I really tear this one to shit. This one's entertaining. You like that one. Yeah, so it will be coming out very, very in the next few weeks. It will be coming out. Other chapters that I think you guys would like. Actually, one of the most important chapters is here. Chapter 5, the common denominator. It's you. Okay? It's you. Every relationship you're in, I'm trying to get this straight on the camera now. I can't get it. Why is this going weird? Yeah. Every relationship that you're in, okay, you're the common denominator. So if the same shit keeps happening, you have to ask why. It all starts with you. This book will help you with that. It will not only help you get through a breakup, it will help you with future relationships. Okay, I promise you that. Now, look, I'm not the best writer. I'm not saying there's going to be there's no original ideas in it. Okay, there's no such thing as an original idea. All right, we learn from others, we read other books, and we put our spin on it. Okay, I've read a ton of books on philosophy, psychology, breakups, and everything like that. I've taken what I believe to be the best bits that helped me. I've used my own experience, my own story, and I've put my spin on it. I've put my sense of humor in there. I've put my heart and soul into this book. Okay, so this book is going to teach you how to think, not what to think. That's how I'm going to sell this book. Okay, and I hope it helps. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I know you're going through a shit time right now, and I know it's horribly hard, but it's going to be okay. As always, look, if you need one-to-one coaching with me, okay, let me know. Email me at thelovefix20@gmail.com. In fact, I'll write it here in the chat. Okay, lovefix20. Hey, why is this not working? Did it again. Why is the app button not working? There we go. I can't get the app. That's weird. Let me try that. Anyway, I don't think... Guys, this... Oh, there we go. thelovefix20@gmail.com. All right. Guys, my email address is at the bottom there. Love Fix 20. Sorry, I'm having a bad technology day today. Keys getting stuck in everything. So look, if you need one-to-one coaching, so what I do in the one-to-one coaching, it's so look, I spend the first half of the conversation just listening. Okay, I'm just listening to your story. You're venting everything off. It's just your opportunity to get everything off your chest. Okay, then we start getting into it. We find out why you're feeling bad, what happened. We analyze the breakup. We analyze the relationship, and then we find the best way forward for you so you can start feeling better, whether that be a reconciliation. I have helped people reconcile if I felt it had the chance, and I've helped many people get past their breakup. Okay, so that's what it's for. Okay, but guys, always remember that is the premium side of my business. That is what I charge for. Okay, so YouTube's free, Facebook is free, all these lives are free, and I'm happy to do that. But that is the premium side where I spend quality time with you, getting you through it. So if that's what you need, let me know. We can do it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so just drop me an email if you want to inquire about the one-to-one coaching. Guys, thank you so much, and I have no doubt many of you may be taking the piss out of me by now because I couldn't even get write a bloody email address in there. Okay, let me just catch up. I've been wondering for this for a while. Where are the good places to find good women? Well, find yourself first, man. Yeah, you want to find good women, find yourself. As I said in my book, the common denominator is you. Yeah, good luck. Look, you want to find women, go and volunteer somewhere. Go and volunteer at dog shelter, homeless shelter, library, community center. Go to these places. Yeah, but always remember, guys. I'll put my email address up there. Look, always remember, guys, look, wounded animals attract wounded animals. So if you are still wounded, guess what you're going to attract, okay? If you want to heal and you want to attract better women, better men, better partners, then you have to be that changed. You have to be the man for the woman you want to attract, and you have to be the woman for the man you want to attract, okay? So if you want healthy relationships, you have to be healthy, and that takes a long time. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of coaching, a lot of therapy. Okay, trust me, been there, done it, got the t-shirt, still working on it. Okay, even though I've got a fantastically healthy relationship with my girlfriend, but we work hard on it. We have hard conversations all the time. We're having not arguments. It's like, not all the time, but when we regularly check in with each other, we have these conversations. And rather than holding it all in, we tell each other right there and then, hey, look, I'm not feeling great about this particular thing, and we say it as calmly as this. We don't hold it in. We don't swear. We don't shout. We don't scream. We just have a conversation, and we work together. Yeah, we're not fighting each other. We're fighting. We're fighting the problem. Not it's us versus the problem. It's not us. It's not us going like this. Yeah. Do we have disagreement sometimes? Yeah, absolutely, but that's life. Anyway, guys, look, much love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you for just supporting the channel, supporting the group, supporting me. I appreciate it, and I will do my best to help you. Okay, take it easy. Have a great weekend. Whatever you're doing, try to allow yourself to feel shit, but also allow yourself to feel happy. Do some exercise, do some meditation, start new hobbies, start new projects. I promise you things are going to be okay. Okay. All right. Take it easy. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.